Hi everybody! Thank you guys so much for being here to watch this week's field vlog. For those of you who may not have seen the rest of the videos in this series, my name is Anna Sogol. I am a senior at the University of Alabama pursuing my bachelor's in social work, and I'm completing my field placement this semester with Shared Hope International, which is a Washington state-based sex trafficking organization. So I want to jump straight into today's topic because I think it's a particularly important one for up-and-coming social workers in the modern age. So what we're going to talk about today is sensationalism in media, and specifically the spread of misinformation about a variety of areas. And I'll be focusing specifically on child sex trafficking, but I really encourage you guys to think about this from the perspective of your own perspective field. Because I guarantee you, no matter what field of social work you go into, there will be misinformation spread about your clients, the populations you may be serving, or the issues that may be within those systems. And it's important for us to know how to combat this and how to spread the correct information. And so Shared Hope International actually put out a blog post earlier this year about how the spread of misinformation and conspiracy theories is really harmful to the real effective solutions to fighting child sex trafficking. And again, think of this in your own field as well, because no matter what field we're talking about, this spread of misinformation will always be harmful. And it's easy to see why. If the public is misinformed about what a victim of child sex trafficking in the United States look like, they're certainly not going to be able to recognize it if they come across a victim in their day-to-day lives. So, for example, a lot of the popular conspiracy theories that we're seeing circulating, a lot coming from organizations like QAnon. I'm sure you guys have all heard of that organization. But a lot of these ideas are hinged on the completely false belief that the majority of child sex trafficking victims in the United States were kidnapped from foreign countries and were brought into the United States. And another really popular misconception about victims of child sex trafficking is that they are being held in cages or underground bunkers, or that they're chained to somebody's back room or something like that. And again, this is just not what we see the majority of the time. So if this is the signs that people are looking for, they're certainly going to miss the actual signs of sex trafficking if they come across a victim. And so another example I want to give you guys, I'm sure that you may have seen this on your own Facebook timeline. There have been many viral Facebook posts about car tagging, about traffickers tagging individuals' cars in public locations in order to easily identify them or to be able to stalk them. And Shared Hope International, along with several other sex trafficking organizations, have put out public statements saying, we have no evidence to support this. We have no reason to believe that traffickers are tagging people's cars in public locations and that this is leading to these individuals being trafficked. But what we see is when people see this information online, and then maybe they come out of the grocery store and they see a piece of paper on their own car, somebody else's, they're going to call a human trafficking tip line and they're going to make a report. And they're going to assume that there's a trafficker in the area who's looking for potential victims. And again, this is just not what we see. These are not the signs to be looking for. And as social workers and advocates, it's our job to fight against the spread of misinformation and to do everything we can to make sure that we're representing the populations that we serve as accurately as we possibly can. So I encourage you guys, next time you see friends or family sharing misinformation or sharing articles from questionable resources, it's always important to, because most of these people are well-intentioned. They don't mean to spread misinformation. So you always want to say, I'm glad you're passionate about this. I appreciate your passion about this issue, but this is not accurate, or this is not a good source, and here's why. Maybe link them to a post like Shared Hope International's blog post explaining why misinformation is harmful to your particular field, and provide them with resources that are accurate and that are factual, so that you can continue spreading this information, and so that you can continue raising awareness for these ideas, but doing it in the right way and in the accurate way, because that is incredibly important for us as social workers. So I hope that was interesting and informative for you guys, and I hope that you can think about it in terms of your own field, because I guarantee you'll be able to find a few examples of misinformation about the populations that you're hoping to serve. So I hope that that was helpful, and again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch today's video. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks.